The Acting Out podcast. This is it.
For our acting careers?
Fuck, what careers?
One of them involves a bigger penis.
Drink some brewskis.
I woke up at 9 in the morning and you guys were already drinking.
Do you think that maybe we're alcoholics?
It's not that bad.
It's supposed to be really bad.
Okay, well, that's just fucked.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Yeah. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that, but...
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Oh, well, it's fucking pointless.
It's very artsy.
I guess, yeah. Quite pathetic.
I won't hold you to that promise.
We did a special beer me on Monday. Jameson.
With his older
Yeah,
brother.
with Dave's brother.
That was rough.
Oh, man.
That one's
How
going
many
up.
shots did you do?
Oh.
The whole bottle between the three of us.
I
So
guess you have to. That's the whole point. Right?
yeah.
But
With
never.
Who threw up?
My brother did. yeah.
You guessed it. That's awesome.
So because I think you're at what 3 for getting sick on. MGD was 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. And then it happened kind of recently, didn't it? I can't remember. I don't know.
Have you gotten sick at all? Mm-mm. Oh, nice.
What are you kidding me? The guy's
Iron Man
made out of...
Street.
No, it's not a good thing. I mean, I probably should have by now. So there's something I should probably get checked out. Yeah.
There's a lot you should get checked out.
Welcome to the Acting Out podcast. You got to do your thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're better at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Acting Out podcast.
There it is. Bill Marchant back on. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
How was your summer, man?
We have a cottage in Point Roberts. Do you know what
Oh,
Point? Do you know
yes,
what
I used to
yeah.
go there a lot, when I was young.
Why?
It's beautiful.
It is.
No, my uncle actually lives there.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
He's a retired doctor.
So he just chills out.
Yeah.
What
He
kind of
lives
doctor?
on the boardwalk. Oh, just like a
General practitioner? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a money guy. He's got tons of cash.
Oh, no. He bought it a long time ago when he was still a doctor in like the 80s. Yeah, and then he built there. Just, like right on the main...
So,
have you ever been to the walk to the Clay Cliffs? Like if you walk down the boardwalk? Yeah, he lives right before you get to the bluffs.
On APA Road? Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I don't know. Like right on the boardwalk.
On
like
the board.
Like the seawall, the wall. Like,
yeah,
right there.
Oh, wait, is Point Roberts just across the border?
Yeah.
So Point Roberts is this.
It's American.
Geographical anomaly because it's I think a 5 mile by 5 mile square parcel of land that juts below the 49th parallel.
Yeah.
So because it's below the 49th parallel, it's officially part of the states. Oh, so you drive 40 minutes to get to this part of the states that you can only get to through Canada.
Yeah.
Because I think my wife's cousin visited us, and he had a package because the place would only deliver it to somewhere in the States, and they had their business set up just getting packages delivered to this address for Canadians to come pick up.
That's the main reason of being for this little place. Like people arrive day and night, like 24 hours a day to pick up packages. But Matt and I were looking for a cottage that we could afford, and we're actors and artists, so we have no money. So we checked Bowen Island and Pender Island, and they're all like outrageous to even get like a little shithole. You have to pay, $350,000, which I don't have.
Yeah, no, copy that.
So we found this little grubby cabin in Point Roberts, and we got it for a song.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
When was that?
2 years ago.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Right on time you got Charlie.
Yeah, at the same time, exactly. So Matt's dad, we figured it out this year that it wasn't coincidental that Matt's dad passed away of brain cancer 2 and a bit years ago, and we immediately got a dog, and we immediately got a cottage. Just it was part of the grieving process for Matt was to move some of his energy through and,
That's good.
create a different life, and that's what we did. And so that's our summers now are just every Friday afternoon. The second work is over, we're down there.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And is it kind of like your little retreat, or do you have your laptops and TV up there?
No TV for sure. No cell reception to speak of.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, we have to walk a block and a half to get cell reception. So if we want to check our messages, we gotta take the dog for a doodle and
Yeah. At my cabin, there's no cell reception. That what makes it the most fun.
it's the best.
Yeah, we went on a bit of a little mini retreat because we find that a lot of the times we hang out, it's always to do something, which is great and fun. But I was really trying to make a point of us getting back to maybe just getting together for the sake of getting together and hanging out and enjoying each other's company.
And you did, man. You did.
Yeah, well, no, and it was even tough to arrange that because it was such a crazy summer between like work and then you're doing a lot of stand up and Shay, you did absolutely nothing. You didn't have a job.
No.
So it was
Yeah,
really
it
easy
was
for you.
My best summer.
Yeah, you
it was
just-
for sure my best summer.
You were just away all the time going on trips because you could.
Because I could, yeah. And now I have no money, but I got
no
a job.
job?
No,
You
I
do
got
have
a
a job.
job now.
Just
'Cause I had
now.
yeah, 2 weeks ago. I
Yeah,
worked
you
at
did it right.
Milestones in Yaletown
Yeah.
as a server.
You did it right.
Nice.
It's just like the whole summer, just no job doing your thing, and then right when you were
was pretty
right out of
nice,
money,
though.
you got another job, and there you go again.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Back to being a bitch.
Now is non sequitur or sort of non sequitur, but is it because it's been so busy? Is everybody going out like crazy for acting wise?
No.
Because last time it was quiet. Last time I was here, business was in a low.
Actually, you've been going on quite a bit.
Yeah, my last few weeks have actually been pretty good. I had 4 auditions last week, which is like
That's amazing.
all-time
Yeah.
high for
Yeah.
me.
I have not even had
actually,
4 this year.
Recently, it was dry spell for almost the entire year up until August. Yeah, and now I've been doing a little better, so I'm happy about that.
I'm not booking anything, but
That's
I'm
same,
going
yeah.
out though. You know,
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
you feel better about your life when you're actually getting to do what it is that you claim to do.
Yeah, no, it's been tough for me this year, anyways, because I still have an agent, but I'm not going out on I think I've been on maybe 3 auditions this year, so it's been tough, and trying to navigate what to do about that and how to if anything, if there's anything I can do. So you had a really cool audition though in May. It was a self tape for Vikings.
Oh,
We would have
yeah,
had him
for
shooting in
Vikings.
Ireland for like a year.
That was my great
That was
greatest audition.
amazing.
It was 5 pages. It was this recurring
yeah.
character with a bunch of monologues. I had to practice a British accent for it. It was that was so fun. So I hope to do more.
That was so
auditions
cool.
like that because that
And,
was really fun.
And you didn't get it.
No.
Not too bad.
No, but it was a pretty cool audition. You were showing us the size. Yeah, for me, it's been I think the only thing I've gone out for is a couple commercials in July, and I guess the thing I have going against me is just where I'm at in terms of looks right now. I'm not quite old enough to go on a lot of auditions, and I can't go on a high school for a lot of the CW shows that shoot here. So it's just been. Yeah, it's just been there's a lot of stuff I've been trying to find, and then at the end of it, it's just all been trying to do our own thing, right? We wanted to shoot something this fall, but I'm quickly realizing how much I don't know in terms of shooting a short or a feature film. So it's getting all our ducks in a row for that has been slow, and it's been good though. It's been fun, kind of learning every aspect you can about making that because we're just trying to do it ourselves. So it's
So you've got the script.
we have
Yeah.
a first
draft.
1 draft 1.5, which the first half I think needs some serious work, but it is there, and there's some semblance of a story which I think we all we all enjoy. I think it's a matter of getting it to a
And
place
all
that we're
3
proud
of you
of.
are working on that.
He's
he
the main
wrote the
writer
script.
for sure.
Right.
And then Corey's going to be in it as well. So 4 of us, and then probably need 1, maybe 2 others that we just have it's such a weird limbo. We're hoping for because we're going to shoot at Dave's cabin, and that road doesn't open up until 3rd week of May.
Yeah.
So we're kind of hoping for then, but I also don't want to I don't want people to have to set aside time. If I'm asking, already these guys are all on board for sure, and having to ask a 5th person just to set aside that time where maybe may not happen is. So we're just still trying to figure that out. But it's kind of I've been going on a couple workshops. I did some Jeb Beach workshops, which were really fun.
Wow. Yeah.
And to his credit, he said a lot too, kind of echoing what I've been thinking about. Just doing your own stuff is kind of what you got to do,
Right.
and then getting it out there. We have the tools, or we have some semblance of tools that we're hobbling together. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to play the kind of roles that you desire, you got to create them for yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're playing the second banana to the second banana on some show that you would never watch.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
There you go.
basically I can show you I can do that by doing it. Cheers, yeah.
Cheers. Yeah.
Coors Stubbies, go-to, just delightful.
Stubby.
Takes me back to my childhood.
Back to your formative years.
Yeah, this is Ontario, 1977. Right? Is the Stubby?
Labatt.
That was all we had was Stubbies back then, right? So
My brother got married a couple weeks ago, and so there's a bunch of stuff happening at my dad's place. There was the rehearsal dinner, and then the gift opening, and every time I'd walk in with a case of Coors Stubbies, and my dad took to them like a duck to water, and I got a text from him a few days after I got home. Not checking in on me or seeing how I was doing. It was a text. Trev, where'd you get those Stubbies? I've been looking all over for them. I can't find them.
Thanks, Dad.
So I pointed him in the right direction, and he's happier than a pig in shit right now. He's got his Stubbies back.
reliving his childhood.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Nice.
We went. I went to Bill Week for an hour.
You did? Yeah.
I was in the back room though. We were standing because it was.
I did see you.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Do those fly by even quicker now because there's
That was a
more
big
of them?
group.
There's 6 a year now, and it was a big group.
Yeah, that was a big group. Yeah.
And this last group was a big group.
Sorry, what is a big group? I mean, there's smaller classes because there's more of them. So what is a big group in terms of this new one?
So if there's one cohort, then I have between 10 and 12 people. But the second you've got two cohorts, then you've got 20 to 24 people.
Okay.
And I'm not sure which I prefer. There's some teaching 10 people is very intimate and you can do deep work. But 24 people have an energy and what's that word? Mass, critical mass.
Yeah.
Critical mass happens with a group larger than 18 people, where everybody just philosophically, for an individual to be in total agreement with you is rare, if not impossible. But something about the group mentality allows you to address large principles and have people say yes to them. I mean, you guys have been to the program; you understand what I'm talking about.
I thought that our
30
group
people.
was like that as well.
Yeah, there's over 30 of us.
Right. So it's
if one person's crying, it's easier for everyone else.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
If you take I don't want to pick on Dave, but you're a unique and solitary individual. You have a readily definable ego, right? You're a distinct personality. So for me and you to work one-on-one, there's power in that. But I remember working with you specifically, having the whole entourage cheering you on. It allowed you to express and explore things within your personality that I think that you might be more reticent to if you were on your own.
No, that's why I like the larger group.
Yeah.
I think I got more involved in anything in my whole life than
Right,
I did in that situation. So
It's what I love about being at the school.
Yeah.
Because I like being like, even this is about as many people as I can stand to be with at any one time. Like 4 people, I get overwhelmed, and so there's something about that mass group of people being united in an energy that's just so exciting, and it's a chance for me to be in a big group of people. Excuse me, and feel like I've got a role or I've got a voice or I can participate somehow, and yeah, it's fun.
yeah, usually I would be scared at a large group, but if it was a smaller group, I don't think I would have had the same experience. I don't think I would have been as invested in it.
I don't think so. I think it is harder for the smaller groups. I also think because it's later in the year, people have what is trust, right? It's this nebulous thing that nobody can really describe or name, but you can feel it when you're in a group of people, and you can trust a small group of people because you can watch them and see what they're up to. But in a group of 7 or 8 people, you lose track. A group of 30 people, you have to just surrender and give over to it, and
There's kind of a hive mind that's created.
Right,
I think if it's and which can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the time,
depending on what you're up to.
Yeah.
Right?
Like rebellion.
Well, and you can feel like I don't know. I knock on wood. Not that I haven't had my moments in class, but I'm always expecting one group to sort of go rogue on me and just decide that they as a group are not going to play along with whatever it is that I'm teaching. But knock on wood, it hasn't happened yet.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So have you been going on a lot? You said a lot of auditions.
I've been going a lot.
Yeah.
Well, this goes back to the school again too. Which
Okay.
is, do you guys know Haley Gray? Do you know her?
I can't put her into face.
I can't remember what group she was in, but it was not far off from where you are.
Okay.
So she now is actually getting a lot of work as an actor, doing commercials. She's had 24 commercials in the past 2 years.
Oh, boy.
I know, crazy, eh?
Holy boats.
She dyed her hair red, and because she used to be one of the brunettes, and the second that she wasn't one of the brunettes and she was a redhead, things shifted for her. She looks beautiful either way, but anyway, she got involved in the production realm of things. Ended up working for this company called Lucha Gore. Lucha Gore, yeah. And they're a group of people that met doing Fright Nights at
That's
the
good.
P&E.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so they're all committed to gore, right? That's their thing.
Yeah.
And there's this woman, Gigi Salguerrero, and she's the visionary, one of the visionaries behind this project. Anyway, so Haley was the production coordinator for this, and ended up being the casting director for it when it was still a non-union project. and she approached me to play the mean Tex-Mex sheriff, and
I think I saw a photo of that. I think I saw you in the sheriff garb.
Yeah. That's from that shoot, and I was hesitant because I was like non-union, probably no money. But for Haley's sake, I read the script, and I liked the character a lot. So I thought, well, I'll audition for it and see what happens. While I was in the process of auditioning for it, it became a union production. So it went from being no money to full production, full money.
Holy boats.
And so I was expecting that call from my agent, if I got it, saying, what the fuck happened here? Why are you auditioning for shit without telling me? And you can't say yes to a project like this. It's going to tie you up when you could be doing something real. Well, lo and behold, it turned out to be something real, and it was awesome. It was so fun. It's warring Mexican gangs who attack each other with machetes and chop each other's heads off. And
So it's really gory.
it is super gory. It's fun. Like it's cheese, but it knows it's cheese, so it's semi-ironic.
Okay,
and
that's the perfect. That's the best kind. Yeah.
Did you get killed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's also cool. That's Charlie shaking back there.
Yeah. No,
Hey, buddy. Come on. Hi, bud. The story involves two warring families, both led by women. So it's very, very, very
Feminine?
yeah, very female centric storytelling, which is great because all the powerful characters are all female. And at the end, the woman that I betray one of the women to because I've been bought out by the other woman. She shoots me in the head and
holy boats.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Mafia style.
I've probably told you more than I'm.
Oh,
We
allowed
can
to?
cut any of this if you want. That's no problem. We can.
I didn't name the project, so I'm okay.
Okay, okay,
We're all
perfect.
right. Yeah.
When is it released?
It airs. I don't know when it airs, but it's going to be on Amazon Prime. So.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I have yet to check out Amazon Prime, but it's available in Canada, right?
I don't think it is.
See,
yet.
yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking. That yeah. You have to use a VPN probably if you want to get it. So you have to.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's they do Man in the High Castle, which is apparently fantastic.
Yeah.
But again, haven't seen it. So
either.
Is it Mayumi is on it?
yeah,
Isn't she?
Mayumi did the first season, and
Yeah.
then she did dialogue coaching in the second season.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Show Me just canceled. I just saw that.
Yeah. I
heard that
yesterday.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
It's
Show
done in
Me.
November.
Sean Rogers made a play for the streaming services up here and just didn't work out. It's so frustrating to me. I think it's incredible that we're getting. I think a lot of Netflix original shows are amazing, and I hear a lot of good stuff about Amazon shows. I haven't checked them out because we don't have it here, and that's the annoying part. Is that it's kind of even if a show is obviously on a network, I mean, it's going to be a network show. You have access to that, but now to not have readily available access to a lot of this good content is kind of frustrating.
Where I get pissed is what Netflix originally was and was intended to be, and it had to shift and change obviously because that's the way the market is. But I want access to movies.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you like? You can only see about 1,200 movies all told. Like it's.
I'd rather a video store.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, where is the online video store? So, because there's movies that I would love to recommend you guys to watch and see, and you may be able to hunt them down on the internet and pirate them, but you can't find them otherwise.
No,
And-
yeah.
And that's a problem with the licensing now that Show Me's lost, because it's not like all of the shows that Show Me had are now going to be assimilated by Crave and Netflix or Amazon. Their licenses are still in play. So now those are just taken off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are just taken off of streaming services. So now you just don't have access to them. They might choose to...
until they expire. Or,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Until someone else can pick them up. They might be able to, like, they could probably charge for them individually, like video on demand for Shaw or Rogers, but... Yeah, they can just sit on them. So it's like their own little intellectual property now that they can patent and just
What, just those things that they have
anything that's
there?
been on Show Me, they have a license, and the licenses vary between each show. But they'll
I'm sure it's the same shows on other.
no, like that's the whole point of Show Me and Crave and Netflix
They
is
all
that
have different shows.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they're.
I did not know
Yeah, I
this.
didn't know that. I thought they were.
And you know what? I think people don't know that.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why it failed. Why would I get that when I've got Netflix?
Exactly.
Because they didn't distinguish themselves as being distinct from Netflix at
I
all.
thought they all had the rights
wow.
to them.
and they came out the gate with a too high a price point. I think. I mean, it was $3 more than Netflix a month for a lot less content. So I mean, that's just who knows what they could have done differently. But it's just, it's crazy cool that we can post stuff online, but it also creates this weird vacuum of stuff that can just get sucked in and not seen for a long time, unless you're computer savvy enough to get it. I'm savvy enough that I know at least what a VPN is, and I'm subscribed to one, so I can route my IP address and I have access to it. But it's a lot of work, it's more money, and not a lot of people know how to do it. I don't blame them. I mean, you have to take a lot of time to do it. Just to see a show, forget it. They won't bother.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
That was just weird. You just fucking
Yeah,
French.
yeah. I have a lot of time to just sit at home on the computer and figure all this
Yeah.
out.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's weird. Do you have Crave? Do you have Crave?
I don't. I only have Netflix.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have Netflix?
I have Netflix.
I used to have popcorn
Crave?
time, but that was
Oh yeah,
that was illegal.
One of our classmates, I won't say who, but wasn't really. I don't think a lot of people knew what popcorn time was. Did you hear popcorn time?
Nope.
So it's kind of like Netflix, but all torrented, so all illegally downloaded. So the more people that used popcorn time, the stronger the servers got, and you would all just basically stream share everything. So you weren't actually downloading a file to your computer. It was all streaming, but it was all illegally downloaded stuff. It was like really popular.
The
movies.
slogan was made by movie lovers for movie lovers.
Yeah, so none of it was legal.
Oh, none of it was legal.
None of it was legal.
Okay.
It was all illegally uploaded movies and illegally streamed movies.
Yeah.
And one of our classmates, he or she, ended up his parents ended up getting a cease and desist letter from whatever country of origin they're from, where he or she was at the time. They were basically being sued for like $70,000 because they had accessed popcorn time. And same kind of thing. A lot of people used it not even knowing what it was or what they were doing, or the fact that it was illegal. And so what was happening was a lot of people, especially in the States, were getting these letters from different studios, so MGM, Universal, Warner Brothers, saying, okay, you've now infringed our copyright. We can take you to court, or you can settle out of court for $8,000 or $10,000 if you want. And so a lot of these middle-class families were ending up having to pay $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 just so they wouldn't go to court. And they didn't even know they were doing anything wrong. And it was so frustrating to me because it was just the studios taking advantage of people's ignorance. Now, to be fair, what they were doing was wrong. But it's tantamount to someone just saying, hey, I got this new app. You should totally check it out. You can get movies. It's crazy.
So they got to see the Avengers 2 for $8,000.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened. So it's, and then all of a sudden, Popcorn Time got shut down, and Dave texted me, what's going on? I can't see my movies anymore. That's a good thing, dude. Use Netflix.
Yeah, they never got me.
But, I mean, that's how iTunes came about, really. It's that everyone was downloading music illegally, and the music studios were getting fed up. So Steve Jobs at Apple went to them and said, look, we'll offer you a service. You can all put your music on, and people can pay for it. And people did. I mean, if you give people I really believe if you give people a cheap, reliable, easy option to pay for things, they'll do it.
Yep, I use iTunes. I don't. Well, sometimes for movies, but for music, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all I use.
I don't
for
think
music.
anyone pirates, or not many people pirate music anymore. I mean, it's just like $8 for an album. Sure, I'll get that.
But another thing is that sometimes iTunes doesn't give you a lot of access to old good songs as well. It's just like movies. There's not everything. You can't find everything on
no.
iTunes.
Yeah.
No, you can't. But I think
It's not bad.
Yeah, I think
though,
it
but-
catalogs a lot.
There's still a lot of songs that I'll have to go to YouTube and look up so I can listen to it. I
guess that's the other avenue.
You're like,
YouTube.
I remember that song from the 90s, and then you go to iTunes and it's just not there.
I went and saw Prozac at the Rickshaw a couple
boy.
weeks ago. Their albums are not on iTunes. Thank God I have them on compact disc.
Is Prozac a 90s band?
Yeah.
Yeah. Late
it
90s, early
pop
2000s.
band?
It was a
Kind
pop,
of, yeah.
like British pop band.
They sounded, they sang with a bit of a British accent.
What was their hit?
They had Wild Thing, Sucks to Be You.
Oh, Sucks to Be You.
There you go.
And then it says, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so much fun. My wife and I went, and we had a blast. They had a DJ playing a bunch of 90s music beforehand. And then they took the stage. It was amazing. It was great. I had a blast. I don't go to many concerts, but
It's awesome.
I see everybody I can see, but who have I seen lately? We saw McCartney, but that's like a long time ago.
Have you guys been to any concerts lately?
Well, I went to the Pemberton Music Festival, which was
like
just insane.
You like the electronic music a lot. You do those
I
festivals.
go because people my age go. But Pemberton was good because it was a variety. It wasn't just electronic music. Billy Idol was there.
I'm not disparaging electronic music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
well,
it's-
electronic music is basically MDMA. That's
Okay.
Right.
That's what it's made for. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're going there, you're going to do drugs. Not really. You're like, oh, this.
Yeah, I went to a sweet concert. No. You went to.
Do drugs with,
yeah,
with
that's
thousands
right.
of people.
Perfect.
But Pemberton was cool because it was actually music that I like. The Killers were there. There
was real bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could listen to the music and enjoy it. It was good. It was good. Yeah. So that was fun.
Do you find that listening to music on drugs is better or worse? Or do you find it an effect, or is it just an excuse to do drugs? Like, do you actually
I
gain
think
something from it?
I want to say it's like no, it's different, but it's probably an excuse to do drugs. No, like some, I guess it gives you a happy feeling. So
Yeah.
everything's cooler.
I did.
You go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I did drugs and I watched a Bare Naked Ladies concert, and I just danced a little more than I normally would, but that was about it.
Yeah, that's kind of what it does. Yeah.
Yeah,
You just-
okay.
you can dance for longer.
Oh, perfect. Great.
Yeah.
It's only weed, but the main reason that I smoke weed is because of music, so that I can get closer to that vibe that I had when I was a teenager. When I was 14 years old, I would have the cans on my head for fucking hours straight, dead sober, but I would go into a fucking other world. And something about modern life, being older, just I don't know. There's a tangle inside of me that doesn't let me have access to that music. And not that weed gives it to me every time, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, and then I can sit and listen to to a side of vinyl or a full CD or just stream.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a little bit about this lately, actually, and it's like I almost felt when I was younger, like 13, 14, not that I'm that old. I'm just saying.
Yes, you are.
Okay, when I was at that point in my life, there was almost a sense of I didn't know what I didn't know, or I didn't know I shouldn't act like this, or I didn't know I shouldn't be this happy about something, and then as I got older and worried more about what my peers thought of me, that kind of shut down. And I find that a lot in terms of even as simple as recommending something to a friend. I'll sometimes feel like, well, if they don't like it, then they might judge me, so maybe I'll just sit tight about it, And I don't know if that's kind of similar to what you're talking about in terms of reconnecting with that.
I don't know. I think I think there are chemicals that are released in the adolescent brain that allow you to have an experience that is profound. Like one of the things I was hoping to talk today about, and we can or we can't, but it was on my mind, was just love and what love means to you when you're 14, 15, 16 is it's not more powerful than what it is that you feel at 52, but it certainly is different, and it feels chemically enhanced. Like when the kind of obsession that you had or I had when I was really young is different than the kind of obsession that I have now, and I think that parlayed into my whole universe. How I felt about my friends, how I felt about men, how I felt about women, how I felt about, and for me certainly, like a music freak. Like I owned 1,000 albums before I was 18 years old. Like it just.
Holy.
What kind of job did you have that allowed you to get all those albums?
Restaurant work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a cliche for a reason, I suppose.
Yeah, and music wasn't much cheaper in those days. Like you get an album for $6.99 to $9.99. That's what it would $9.99 if it was hot and new. Same as it is now. So it's the price.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it is $9.99.
Yeah, on iTunes.
Yeah, music is cheaper now than it used to be. Really, believe it or not.
I think because they don't have a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't have a choice, and bands don't make money from record sales anymore. It's all
Concerts?
It's all touring.
Yeah.
And merchandise. Yeah.
Those $40 T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a sucker for it.
For me, it's really just Bare Naked Ladies. I didn't even buy a Prozac T-shirt. I love BNL.
But you bought your B&L T-shirt.
Oh yeah. I bought my BNL, and I don't even have all their albums. I'll wait and I'll listen to one for 6 to 8 months, and then once I feel like I've delved into it enough, then maybe I'll treat myself to one more.
But is B&L without Stephen Page?
Oh, that is a good. The first album afterwards, you could really feel the loss. But I mean, it was him and Ed Robertson since the beginning, and they co-wrote a lot of the songs. So I listened to some of Stephen Page's solo stuff, and it's great. It's good, and it's, I don't know. it's not what it was, but it's not bad at all. It's now just the Ed Robertson show, really. And
Yeah, I'm not a ladies fan. Like there are songs like Old Apartment like that I just. Then there's a dozen I can name that I love as much as I love any song. But the whole band, I'm like, kind of, because Ed is such a fucking goofball. But when it was Ed and Stephen together, it was like Lennon and McCartney. There was they balanced each other out. So Stephen without Ed is no good. And I also think Ed without Stephen is...
that magic isn't there, for sure.
There,
for sure. There was that magic that you can't recreate and you can't get with just one of them.
Beatles fans are going to kill me now because I just compared those.
I think the comparison has been made before, so but I do want to go back, though. You said you want to talk about love.
Well, just...
Yeah, so what...
it's...
in terms of what?
Just a lot of people have been coming to me in the past while talking about their love lives, and I've been asked about mine, and I'm a married man, and I've been married for 2 years to somebody that I've been with for 17 years. You're a married man.
Yeah.
How long?
We just had our 6th anniversary in August.
And how long have you been together?
We've been together almost 10 years.
Wow. And now, Dave, you're married-ish.
Oh, yeah.
You're coupled.
I'm coupled.
Long
yes.
term.
Yeah.
How long?
It was 2 years in July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too.
I thought longer than that for some reason. Does it?
Well, it was 2 years and a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unofficially.
And Shay, you're long term too, right?
I was
You
up
were.
until recently.
Recently.
Yeah. So
And it's something that we should talk about or not talk about, or
without going into detail, we can talk about it. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
just last year or so. It hasn't been too great, and it slowly ended. It was we were together for 2.5 years.
yeah.
Right before it ended, but yeah.
And without getting too personal, your choice, not your choice.
Not really. It was kind of mutual, kind of not my choice.
Kind of not your choice.
Yeah.
The reason I was bringing it up is a friend of mine, and you might know this person or not, but just got dumped in a way that I just found offensive. It just really upset me, and I was talking with another friend today about relationships, and he was talking about his girlfriend in a way that it unnerved me. I'm not banging the gong for marriage. Marriage is whatever. Like I was anti-marriage until I said I do. I thought it was total bullshit, and then I got asked, and I had to say yes because I loved the person, and lo and behold, here I am, the happiest married guy in the world. But I think there seems to be just this really cavalier feeling about love in these modern times. I don't think it's specific to any generation, but I think people seem to. There are a lot of people that seem to view love as a disposable thing, and I just don't get it. It really upsets me. There's one difference between being a playboy or playgirl and having a good time and being open and clear with people, like, hey, let's have a one night stand, etc.
Yeah.
But taking somebody on a ride for 6 months to a year and a half to 2 years when you never really intended to actually commit to them.
Yeah, what's the point of it? Like,
Yeah,
what are you doing? You're wasting your time.
Right, and
It's evil.
I think it is evil. Yeah, I think it's a big word, right?
Yeah.
It was once told to me that the opposite of loving someone isn't hating them; it's using them.
I've never heard that before. I love that, and I think that's true.
And I think that that really, because you use things, and so if you're using a person, you essentially see them as a thing.
Yeah, this conversation today was blah blah blah. Are you guys going to get married? I don't know. Do you love this person? I don't know. I'm like 3 years, and you don't know.
3 years.
How can you not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to judge this person at all.
Yeah.
But it's on my mind. It's got me thinking, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are surprised that and when I tell them I'm married, first of all, and then how long. And my wife and we talk about it sometimes, and I think I really lucked out, because I look back now and I don't think I was in a position to get married or know if I should get married or not. And I just kind of went with maybe a bit of what my gut told me. And I've never really prescribed to the idea that there's just that one magical person out there for me.
No.
I think that you find someone that you love despite the flaws, which in my case are a lot, and you make it work because of that love. And that's what I think that's what my wife and I have, and that's what we continue to do. And like my brother just got married. I was talking to him, and he was so focused on the day. And I said, the day means nothing. I'm like, honestly, I mean, you're going to have such a good time. He was stressing out a bit about it. And I said, just have as much fun as you can and know that the day is just a symbol for you guys, but the marriage is what counts. And that happens every single day. And so for me, I don't know, I guess I never really thought about it too much, but it's never been that I love my wife and that's it. Like we just love each other. It's just been this crazy, adventurous ride that almost unintentionally has strengthened us the longer we've been together.
I hear you, and I love it, and I imagine you feel the same way too. And this is the thing that freaks me out is that because 17 years together, solid, really like super rock solid marriage, and we go to counseling occasionally just to make sure that everything's shored up and strong, and that we're resilient to the forces that might want to drive us apart. But that being said, the relationship is no less fragile and delicate than it was the first time we kissed.
Totally.
And the whole thing could go... I know the whole thing could blow to smithereens tomorrow, but I guess what makes it a marriage is I'm confident that we're both going to work and try to make sure that this thing is a living, breathing entity that's not going to...
I think that if it didn't have that element, that why would you be married anyways?
Right.
If it wasn't going to blow up any minute, then what do you?
Yeah,
why are you on the ride?
Yeah, what's the investment about?
Yeah, I don't think. I think it'd be worse if you didn't have that feeling. I think you'd just be numb. I don't.
Yeah, what I meant by what I was saying was like our love has become more profound than I know how to talk about, but it's still, like you said, not any less fragile. I don't take the fact that we've been together for 10 years for granted by any stretch of the imagination because I mean, we're both always, one step away from doing something stupid that's probably going to throw it all into jeopardy.
Right.
But it's walking that tightrope every damn day.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You go ahead. No.
No, I was. I think that's where I kind of made my mistake is that I didn't really accept. I kind of went about it being like, no, it'll always be awesome. Like I don't have to worry about it all blowing up really soon. And I think that's in the beginning. Or more than half of the relationship, I was very much like, yeah, I could go wrong. And I think I almost stopped working on the relationship. I think that's what ended up kicking my ass in the end. Yeah,
I hear you, brother. For me, I think I'm so insecure, and I think that I'm so profoundly unlovable that I couldn't fall prey to that. Like I'm always just assuming that Matt. Not anymore, but I certainly spent the first half of the relationship assuming that Matt would walk out, leave, because that's what my dad did, right? So that's what happens in relationships, and people leave me. My dad left us. All that. I don't want to get into my psychology here, but I certainly brought that into the marriage, and at a certain point, Matt had to say, "You can't continue to behave that way." Thinking that I'm going to leave, and my shrink certainly said, if you believe somebody's going to leave, they're going to leave. Exactly. Yeah.
You're going to unintentionally drive them to do it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would love to hear what the other side of that story is. Right. Like to know while you were feeling that, what was she feeling? What was she going through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know, right? Yeah.
Have you?
You do know, but
have you started acclimating to? I mean, I guess single life. What does that look like? I mean,
I don't even know.
So it's just kind of.
I don't know.
You got a job, so that must be helping a bit.
What do you mean?
Just in terms of like you're spending your time.
Yeah,
at work. Yeah, you get to meet new
guess
people.
I
It just
that.
takes up some time.
Just for a while, because I had no job and nothing to do. I'm just like at home, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, drive you insane.
Yeah. So now I'm a little busier. Yay!
Are you the kind of person to take advantage of that situation? Like, as a married person, you, of course, you're no less hungry for anybody or anything. So I always think that people who have the single life, it's like that's got to be fun.
I do too. I think the same thing. I live a little vicariously through Shane now. I'm like, so what are you up to these days?
Yeah.
But so who you seeing? Nobody? Everybody? What's going on?
No, I guess I haven't really, because I don't know how to go about that.
Yeah,
I do obviously have these wants and desires, and I want to go out.
Wants and desires. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
But I just don't know where to start. That's, I guess my thing.
Is there kind of a feeling of starting from square one in a certain aspect? Or have you think that, I mean, it sounds like it sounds like a lot of guys your age, I would think, probably wouldn't take much away from a relationship like you did. Like some of the stuff you're saying to me, it sounds like it's coming from someone beyond your years. Like you're very in tune
I think
with
like
that.
when you have such a close, intimate, and amazing relationship, then it's like afterwards, like I gotta do that again. I gotta start with like just saying some bullshit and start from that, and then like when it's like when you have something that just worked all the time, it was like you didn't have to bullshit and you didn't have to lie or like say what's not really on your mind. And I feel like when you're meeting a new person, and if you're trying to start dating, it's like it's weird that I shouldn't feel this way, but I sometimes feel I have to be a little better than myself or a little different than myself.
Is there any reaction to you being an artist? Is that I imagine in a city like this where there's so many people who are ambitious and so hungry for it that maybe they might like, oh, this beautiful young man, charming and charismatic, and then, oh, you're an artist. You're like, great.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That definitely happens.
That does play.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought it wouldn't really happen with, I don't know why, but I didn't think that would happen with people my age, but it does. Like I'll be talking to someone and it's like a good conversation. It's like, yeah, I'm an actor, and it's always this like micro judgment you see in their face. Like,
I'm very reticent about telling people that I'm an actor or even stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
I like. They'll say, oh, comedians get in free or something. Or when I show up to a club to perform, they say, are you a comedian? And I have this instant kind of reflex where I'm going to get up on stage and tell some jokes. But am I a comedian?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
When are you a comedian? Like when have you made it?
Yeah, I guess that's
Totally.
another good point.
Same thing with an
Yeah.
actor, right?
Yeah.
Like it's, well, you know the classic thing when you say, I'm an actor, people say, the first question is what have you been in?
What have you been in, yeah.
Every time. Yeah.
If I look up on IMDb, what did you...
Or they say, you're an extra. No, I'm an actor. Yeah, but you're like, you don't have lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I have lines. I have an agent. I go for auditions. I work. I'm old now, so that doesn't happen to me. If I'm ballsy enough to say I'm an actor and I look like this, people go, oh, you're an actor. But I don't get that. But even 10 years ago, I got all those same fucking questions.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm still kind of transitioning in my head what it means to be a quote unquote working actor and being able to enjoy life for the next 30 years and pick up parts here and there and do great work and make a living at it and not have anyone know who you are and understand that is an actual much more viable career path. Mm-hmm. Because I guess before moving here, it was either, well, I'm either going to make it big or it's not going to happen and I got to do something else.
And we think those are the only two options, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was
99.9% of actors are us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're slogging away trying to just get a gig, and when we do get it, we love it and we have the best time, and the next gig you might get might be a week away or it might be 2 years away. You don't know.
Yeah.
That's our life.
And it's even still now it's helped that I haven't had many auditions, so it's kind of brought me to that realization probably quicker than it might have otherwise. But and then coming to terms with it with being okay and realizing that can still happen and it can still be a wonderful, crazy experience, and I maybe don't have to worry about getting to some pinnacle or not at all. It's either this, everything or nothing type of philosophy. So, yeah, that's kind of that's where I'm at, anyways, in terms of it.
Not that I still don't dream of being a superstar for whatever frickin' reason.
Oh yeah. No, like don't get me wrong. If they handed me a massive part, I would take it in a heartbeat and never look back.
Yeah. And it happens to some people some of the time, but it's that's like having a lottery ticket, though. You can dream that way all you want, but
but dare to dream.
Yeah, and same thing with stand up too, right? Is maybe you'll get your own sitcom one day, but maybe you'll be.
I needed a drink.
How is the comedy going?
It's going really well for Dave. For me, I mean, I'm just finally getting Tuesdays, Wednesdays off at work. So last time we talked, I think I mentioned my wife is starting school. She's still in school. She's doing incredible. She got like 100 on her stats final. She hates stats, so she's killing it. And then I'm the one working a lot. So she works 1 or 2 shifts a week, if that.
The breadwinner.
Yes, I am the bread. I serve the bread to people at work, and then I bring it home.
And what restaurant chain do you work for?
Cactus Club.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right around the corner from Milestones.
Yeah.
So good. For me, it hasn't been a lot. We were actually both up at Abbotsford a few weeks ago, which was so much fun.
Yeah, that was
Anytime
good,
we're up together, it's just a riot.
You're up together?
Yeah.
Well, one after another.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
On the same
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I mean, you can speak to what you've been doing. But yeah, you've been doing a lot.
Oh, well, you'd be doing the same thing if you had the time. You just work too much.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But yeah, no, yeah, I've been trying to go up a lot. Yeah.
How many times have you been up now?
Oh boy.
Over 20.
Yeah.
Like 30
yeah,
maybe?
30.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's up
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Again tonight?
Yeah.
Last time I was here, you guys were up.
Yeah, I made a mistake with tonight though. It's a roast.
Who are you roasting?
Another comedian. It's a roast battle. So there's 14 comedians and seven battles. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Well, how does the battle go down?
So me against the other comedian. And it's 3 rounds. We each get 3 rounds at 1 minute a round.
And you don't.
So it's 6 rounds per battle. I don't even know the guy. I mean, I've seen him before in the comedy circuit, but I don't know him as a person.
Who is he?
He's another comedian.
Yeah, he's
What's
another
his name?
comedian. Oh, his name's Ryan. Ryan Williams. His name is.
I don't know him.
I don't know him.
I don't know. Yeah. So I'm scared.
Have you figured out what you're going to bust him on?
Kind of. We were talking about it earlier, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like I know a couple other comedians that I've become friends with. They know him, and they told me some dirt on him. So
Is he ugly or fat or stupid or anything like obvious?
Aren't we all?
yeah.
Aren't we all? I mean,
What? No. What about? He kind of looks. Oh no, I shouldn't say this on the. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
but-
I can. Well,
Well, it's not going to air till next week.
I'm
so
roasting him anyway.
The
So
battle will be over and done with.
he looks. Yeah, he's a little. He kind of reminds me of Chris Farley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
so he's ugly, fat, and stupid.
He's Ophi.
Yeah, Ophi.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Ophi's a good word to use, I
Yeah.
think. Everyone knows it, but they don't use it. Ophi
Yeah.
will be good.
He looks like. I was going to start off by saying he looks like the bully from every Disney cartoon. But more meaner than that.
Probably won't come out much more.
Is he a mean comedian?
No, he's not. But he has that look, like a guy that would steal your lunch money and wears like clothes too big for himself. and always like striped golf shirts, like really baggy with like oversized jeans, and like a backpack when he shouldn't be wearing a backpack.
Awesome.
If you were going to a roast for me,
Oh, no. I knew this question was going to come up. No.
No, it would take some time to figure it. No,
come on,
I don't know. what
roast
I-
me.
No, I can't.
I actually wouldn't. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know
wouldn't.
what it is.
You wouldn't do it?
No, no.
You
I think turn
turn down the gig?
No, if it's a gig, at least you have some prep time.
Yeah.
You need some on the spot roasting. So
Yeah,
more
that's
difficult.
possible.
Yeah, nice jean jacket.
Yeah.
I actually like the jeans. Yeah, so it's
know,
like, yeah,
I
I
know.
can't.
Oh yeah, the jean shirt. I do the same thing: jean shirt and jean jacket.
Yeah.
yeah. it's
Canadian tuxedo.
yeah.
I have a $150 gift card to Simon's. I got last Christmas. Still haven't spent it. I was perusing their website for jean jackets.
You get one or two reactions. Like either people are, there's never a non-reaction.
That's true.
People are either like so supportive and love it so much that it blows their mind, or they're aghast that you would ever like. And those people don't usually say anything. They just look at you, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I read the look. I get it.
Levi's has cheap jean jackets.
Do
Actually,
they sell them at Simon's?
Mine is a Levi's. Yeah.
yeah, they're not that
Need a
expensive.
jean jacket.
If they sell them at Simon's, I'm all for it. That's what
Well-
my gift card's for. I just told you I'm
I
working
got-
at Cactus Club.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on.
What's Simon's?
Yeah,
It's like a.
Oh, there's one in Edmonton.
Yeah.
I got for Christmas, so I went back to Edmonton, and they just opened one up near the airport. I think it's this insane clothing store. I can't stand shopping. This place drives me up the wall more than usual because you'll peruse their items and you will find, and this is not an exaggeration, you'll find a $10 T-shirt right next to a $425 T-shirt. And there's no rhyme or reason to having them there. I mean, I guess the reasoning would be if they put everything together, maybe people will be forced to buy really expensive things because they don't want to have to go return them to the rack because they didn't realize the cost. But I was looking at their jackets and same kind of thing. Their suits, they had a $150 suit next to a $3,000 suit, and it's just they have all sorts of clothes.
It's all together.
All together. There's no
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bizarre place to go. So
Isn't it that
the
new-
first thing I always look at is the price tag. Then I'll look at the garment.
It's at that outlet mall in Richmond by the airport.
Yeah. They just opened one up here a few months ago. So I've been jonesing.
Now, I sound like my mother-in-law, but here we go. I love my mother-in-law. She's amazing. In case you're listening, Mom. But she found out that those outlet malls are a scam. That they're not really end of line and and end of season stuff. They're cheaper quality items produced specifically for those outlet malls. So
Boom.
That's bold.
That makes sense.
the dyes don't hold, the stitching won't hold, they'll shrink, etc. It's just cheap shit.
And they're opening up that huge one in Tawasin next week.
Yeah, right near my cottage.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And you see a lot of extra traffic there.
I think so. Yeah.
It's not going to be as quiet as it once was.
No.
It's supposed to be one of the biggest ones in Canada.
Yeah, it's a huge. It's like West Ed,
Yeah.
big. Like it's a huge mall.
Whoa.
I love riding that roller coaster.
Are they going to have a roller coaster at this one?
I don't think so. I think
probably
it's a mall.
And they got rid of and Splashdown Park ended. The water slides.
It did?
Yeah, it was
What?
last August. It closed for good.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe make room for the mall.
I never went.
No. They were renting out that land from First Nations, and then
they ran out of
time or something. Yeah.
Their contract expired.
But was that out there by the?
right next to right before the ferries.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
where Splashdown was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Knew it was
Actually,
somewhere,
we
but-
went there with Duncan last summer.
with
Yeah.
McClellan.
go.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It was good.
That's awesome.
I had one question about I'm going to bring it back to love real quick because I wanted to know if in your relationship or all three of your relationships, was there a distinct point you remember going from like to love?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how far in was it? Was it a week? Was it a month? Was it a year? Do you remember? I mean, if you...
Well, my story, of course, is scandalous because I married
Best kind.
a student, right? I didn't marry a student, but Matt graduated, and that night I was the what do you call somebody who chaperone?
Oh.
I was the chaperone at the grad party because the grad party was held at the school.
Oh, really?
And so for them to have a liquor license, they needed to have
Yeah.
sober people watching over the drunk people. So
We should have done that. Sorry.
you could have
had
should have.
a sober person?
No, had a party at
at
school.
school,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Anyway, so anyway to answer your question, I'd worked with Matt closely for a year and knew him really well, and I knew we were going to be great friends, and he knew that too. Like we were both, we even acknowledged it. Like there was chemistry between us, and I didn't really know anything about Matt's sexuality, not much anyway, and he knew less about mine. So that night, later on, after the party was long over, and he was over at my house for a glass of wine. By that time, things were definitely stirring inside of me, but that's where I went from like to love, and I asked him if I could kiss him, and he said yes, and we've been together ever since. And
That's awesome.
we decided that night that we'd known each other a year, we'd kissed once, kiss asterisk, but we decided that night that we would stay together forever. Like that was we're like, this is as good as it gets, I think. I love you, you love me. Wow. I don't know. Are you looking for something more than this or other than this? No, me neither. No. Okay, let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Shay, you...
Yeah, it was, I think, like 2 months in. We had been going out. I don't know. Probably looking in hindsight, I probably loved her right away. Mm-hmm. But the moment I said I love you was this it was kind of funny. We were at her place, and I think we had just watched a movie, and yeah, we were kissing and stuff. And I had to stop, and I was like, it was like, I don't know. It actually felt like getting punched in the chest. I was like, whoa, and she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I love you, and it just kind of came out, and yeah. And that's...
Did it sound like that? That was lovely.
Yeah.
No, it was. It was awkward. It was
Just so you know.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was awkward, and she
love
found
you.
it the funniest, the greatest thing that's ever happened to her. Just because of the way I had to stop her, and and yeah, and then 2 days later, she told me I love you back. She drove to my house and had this huge story about her entire day, and she was just talking about and it just all the way up to the end. So in the short of it, I love you.
It's like the first 48.
What do you mean?
Like they said that when someone gets murdered, they have 48 hours to find the murderer. It's like if you say I love you, you have 48 hours to hear it reciprocated, or you're screwed.
Yeah. And she wanted to make sure. She obviously did, but she just she has this had this thing I need to know that I'm not bullshitting you. And then she knew. It was awesome.
Perfect. Dave,
What's this?
I've got an ancillary question later.
Okay. You said you knew for sure the moment. Can you remember?
Oh
the
boy,
moment?
I guess it was right away. Yeah, it started as a friendship in school, and then I knew in the back of my mind that it would be more than a friendship if I could. But my partner is very strong-willed, so I wouldn't be able to be in the relationship unless I was sure of it right away.
So you just knew. Do you remember a specific
Because
instinct?
she would have insisted, you're either in or you're out, buddy.
Yeah. Or she wouldn't have allowed me to get to that level with her unless I was serious, and this was something that we both were.
You weren't going to play with her.
No,
heart.
I couldn't. She wouldn't let me. She'd kick my ass.
Yeah.
So.
But that's awesome, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Matt's not that way, but I think the message was the same. How about you?
Yes, for me, we were friends. We were good friends before we started dating. We were friends in high school, and then got into university. And I was in a relationship, and that ended. And then her and I began hanging out quite a bit more after that. I think maybe it was 3 or 4 weeks in. It was actually not in person. It was actually over the phone. I just knew.
No way.
It was. But I was standing outside waiting for my bus at the U of A. I can't remember if she was going somewhere or doing something, and I just felt all of a sudden that I could not say goodbye to her without saying that I loved her. Mm-hmm. And
that's almost better. If you can't wait, you're on the phone and you can't wait.
I don't even know what it was.
Person.
Afterwards, the whole bus ride home, I was like, "You stupid idiot! You said it on the phone. You."
She didn't reciprocate.
No, she said, "I love you too." But
on the phone,
she was probably just thinking to herself, "What the fuck is he doing? Over the phone? This is when you do this." But yeah, I don't know what it was, but I just felt I could not say goodbye without telling her that I loved her.
Or she rolled over to another guy. My boyfriend just said he loved me.
Yeah, he said it first. I know it's over the phone, but he beat you to the punch. Get the fuck out. He's on his way.
There's the comedian. Hilarious.
Yeah. So that was mine was not as romantic, I guess, but in true Trev fashion, over the phone. Yeah, that was it. Your ancillary question.
Do you guys feel similar or the same as every single person that I've loved in my life, male, female, over 40 years now, maybe 35 years now, from the point that actually means something, so maybe 16, 17. Not only do I love them all still now, but I love them all still now as much as I ever did. So it's Matt that I'm with, and it's Matt that I intend to be with till the day that I die. But my feelings for those people still exist, and they're still as strong for me as they ever were. So certainly exiting a relationship, is that something that you relate to, thinking, I want to get this person out of my heart, or I'm not even going to bother trying, or
I don't want to get her out of my heart. Yeah, I don't have that desire. I do. Yeah, I agree. My love hasn't diminished for her. It is still very strong, and I don't want to try to push it away or make it lessen. Yeah.
For me, I can't. I don't know. I think once I fall in love with someone, I can never fall out of love with them. And sometimes I wish I could. I wish I could push them out because for whatever reason it's easier or it hurts, and I don't want to. But I can't. Once those feelings occur, and I have no control over those feelings happening. It's just this weird, crazy, chemical, spiritual thing. Yeah. I just I still feel the same way about them. And I think that also goes part and parcel with being with my wife, is that it's not so easy as a default option. It's a choice that I make. And so I still feel, I think, those feelings are still there, and they're as strong, and they'll never go away. And it's the fact that I make that choice is why a relationship works or doesn't work. If I ever don't make that choice, I just don't think I could ever say, oh, I was caught up in the moment, or like I'm not ever culpable for what I do. I think at the end of the day, it's always a choice. There's definitely outside forces that are quite strong, but it's always a choice for me. Yeah.
No, yeah, I think that you would never be in a relationship with someone unless you had that connection, and I don't think it would ever leave. I think that whatever person you do find and you go out with for a period of time, or you've said you loved and you fell in love with, I think it's always there. I think that's the universe. Why would you meet that person in the first place? So it would never go away until you got hit by a truck.
But which is so strange though, because we're all talking about people that we're no longer with. So something bad went down. Some shit got in the way and obstructed what could have possibly been a good, healthy love. But that's not, like, again, that's why I respect the relationship I'm in so much and take such good care of it, because
That was Charlie.
why can't why can't this love go wrong? Well, of course it can. And that's that to me. I'm so, especially when you're married, right? Like it is a different state for sure. It's not the same as dating. It's not the same as living common law. I don't think. Feels different anyway. And I want to talk about the day, but it's so bizarre to think that this beautiful thing that you've got going could vanish, disappear, and you'd be stuck here grieving that relationship. Mm-hmm. Bizarre. The marriage day. It was funny because you said to your brother, it's just, it's just the day, like, and it was just a day, but maybe because it was. We were married the week that gay marriage became legal in Canada. It was already legal in BC, but this is the week that it became legal in my country. So it became legal on Thursday, and we got married on the Saturday. So I was reticent about getting married anyway. I thought, well, this is bullshit. It's for heterosexual people. Why would I do this? I love you. You love me. Let's just stay together anyway. But Matt asked me to marry him, so I said yes. And we had this day. And we got married in the theater at the school. Oh, nice. I know, crazy. Yeah. So this little 100-seat theater. And for me, having the witnesses there, like friends and family, watching me say I do and saying my vows, I had no idea that it would affect me as much as it did. But it fucked me up profoundly. Like I'm having a sense memory response right now, just... I feel dizzy. I feel weak. I feel hot. Because, boy, do you ever get called out as a liar if you're lying then. Like, you can lie to the other person, fine. That's well and good. But in that moment, you're lying to yourself if you're lying. And you don't know whether you're lying or not really until the question gets asked. And that's why it's so important that it's an outside third party, like a minister justice of the peace, that they ask you. Because you don't know what you're going to say. You know what the line is. I do, or I will, or whatever you say. But you don't know for sure what you're going to say until you're actually asked, and all those people are watching. And it was for me, it was a crazy moment. Like, do you remember the moment?
Oh yeah, no, and I won't forget it till I die. I think, though, for me, it was. I don't know, and I look back on it with a different filter now, because I used to be quite religious. It was how I was raised and what I was told I needed to believe, and that played a huge aspect. I mean, I would have changed, and my wife and I talk about this, we would have changed how we did it based on that. But there was all these outside influences, which for me aren't present now, and I would be more like I would be stronger willed against. Where it sounds like for you, it was this thing that wasn't an option. It didn't seem like it could happen, whereas for me it was inevitable.
Right.
And so the inevitability of it to me lessened my personal responsibility towards it. and also somewhat lessened to a degree the I don't know, this severity of what I was doing. It was almost, again, it kind of goes back to when I was 13, 14. I was young. I was, 21 when I got married? It's just, I didn't know any better, so it just seemed like what I was supposed to do. There
Right.
was not, and now that I look back, and I'm hit with the decisions that I made then, it's crazy to me that I just didn't give it much more of a second thought. Maybe I was leading on instinct. Maybe I was going by my gut. Maybe I was just a carefree idiot that didn't see any other option. But so for me, and I guess that's obviously telling my brother that information or sharing with him my advice is through that lens and through that filter.
You were 21.
I think so, yeah. I think 21, 22.
So the two of you have literally grown up together.
That's what I mean. I mean, like, through both of us changing, because we're not the same people, we're still making that choice to be together, and we're still, at least on my end, like, more than happy to do it.
Yeah.
And, that's what's so, because speaking with people, because we get that reaction a lot, is just like, you were how old? How long have you been married? What the fuck were you thinking? How have you not changed? The reaction from most people, and it goes back to what you're saying about love being disposable, is just, well, why are you still together? Like, I get it, you guys got married, you did your thing, but you both...
You don't need to be, so
Yeah,
why are you still married?
Yeah. And that's for me when I said, like, when I was telling him that, like, it's just a day. To me, looking back, it was a lovely day that went by way too quickly, and I wish I could go back and... when I'm talking to this person over here, I could Marty McFly myself to talk to this person there and enjoy every single aspect of the day. But to me, the fact that we got married young.
If you did that, would you stay for the
bought
night?
a place. I would erase my family from that.
Would you watch the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I would go to the back, the Enchanted Sea dance, and I would get up on stage.
I'm talking about would you go back in time and watch yourself in your marital bed?
Oh, that's what.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
No man should have to see the face he makes in his marital bed. No.
You're creepy.
You have
so creepy.
So you have no idea.
I wouldn't do it.
The things that he says to me once we're done our sixth beer, after beer me's done recording.
What are you talking about?
I'll
said,
film
would
it
you?
next time.
I would never do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
In Beer Me, that's right. Each person drinks 6 beers each
In an hour.
in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of beer.
Yeah. I did it with these guys, and I was done.
Well, give or take, we take a break in between each.
It'll be 60 to, I think, at most 80 minutes, depending on if we're having any technical difficulties or you need to puke.
Yeah.
When we were in Pemberton, I think it went longer. We were like an hour and 20 minutes.
That was crazy, though. We were
'Cause it was so
outside. It
hot.
was like 34 degrees out on a deck, and we had to cover the equipment with towels, and then as soon as we were done filming, take it all back and put it over an AC vent so it wouldn't overheat and melt on us. It was
We'd
really
like run
hot.
into the shade between each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It was
rough.
good.
Yeah. It was fun, though.
I don't think I got the guts to do that's.
A lot of people say that, like, it's no big deal, whatever, you guys are way too drunk for having done that. But his brother, who can hold his own, after the second category on Monday, said, I totally get now how you guys get just, crazy by the end of it. He said, that's a lot of beer in a short amount of time.
But I think as you're doing it, it's kind of fun.
It's so much
fun. You
fun.
think you can't do it, and then you start doing it, you're like, oh, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I know I could drink 6 beers in an hour. Like I've been that stupid in my life. But to do it on air in front of,
Well, we don't do it, and we're toying with the idea of doing a live one. We have a beer in mind to do a live one to broadcast on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. And we're toying with that idea. But we basically just hit record, and we let it film for an hour, and then we chop it up down.
What if you did the Beer Me Up Invitational so that there was like upwards of like 20, 30 people all doing it at once?
Oh, switching them out, that'd be great.
Yeah, we had the idea of the live show was to let people know what beer we were doing beforehand, and then they could all grab a 6-pack of the
And
same
do
one.
it with you at the same time.
We
I
could all do it at the
love
same
that.
time.
Matt and I would be in for sure.
Yeah,
we're there. We're there.
We're thinking of maybe picking like a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're looking at getting a bit more equipment. That we actually just ordered. My wife called me about an hour and a half ago. It's finally delivered at the house. We ordered some muslin screens and some lights, like some backdrop and like frames and stuff. So we're going to be. I think we recorded our last episode on the couch last night. We're going to be doing probably this table with a new backdrop. We're looking at getting a new camera and tripod, and
Matt Fenneman will be very sad because he said, well, if I ever do the show, I definitely want to do it like Corey did and be on the couch.
On the couch? Yeah.
Oh.
And that's one of the biggest, I guess, not complaints, but like, why are you guys on the couch? You should just make it a plain backdrop. So we're going to switch it up, and whether it works or not, who knows? But we're going to try something else.
Yeah, a little production value.
Yeah, not too shabby. So we'll see. But what were we talking about before? My wedding night, going back in time to watch
watching
myself.
yourself have sex.
Oh yeah. Anyways, that was the lens through which I gave my brother advice. But I mean, it sounds to me like just your wedding day would inherently mean a lot more.
It's totally different circumstances.
Did you have a honeymoon?
We did. We honeymooned in New York for 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is the great thing about getting married is I was oblivious because I was so old. I was like 34 or whatever I was, 35, and I didn't ask for presents. I didn't put any registry, nothing like that. But it's a wedding, so people bring presents, and if you don't tell them like a registry, they bring cash. Like it's just I wasn't expecting it. So we made pant loads of money. So we were going to New York anyway on money that we'd saved.
So you got to live in style.
Oh, we went to every restaurant that we ever wanted to go to. We saw 14 plays in 14 days.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was great. Like front row tickets and Liev Schreiber and Glengarry Glen Ross right there. Jeffrey Tambor right there. Like it was. Oh. Yeah, it was fucking yeah.
I love New York.
Yeah,
I've only ever been there for 3 days, but it was incredible. Just the feel of that city.
Yeah,
you can feel it in your bones.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back again.
Insane. Do you have plans to go back anytime soon, or?
We don't really have any money, so
copy that. Yeah.
No, like I just got paid for this gig. Like the check should be in the mailbox today, but we got to paint the cottage now. Now we're cottage owners. You got to.
Painting the cottage. That would be
fun.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys want to come down and paint it for me, I'll provide all the beer.
100%.
Yes.
100%. Our equipment's mobile. We can bring that down, paint, and then after painting, have some beers and record.
We'll do Wicked. We'll make it an epic event.
Are you planning on doing it this year?
Next year.
Next year? Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm there.
We're down.
That would be
Okay.
thoroughly down.
All right.
Any movies you plan on seeing this fall? Anything that's catching your eye?
Well, you know what? I haven't seen a movie in the theaters because of the dog mostly. I haven't seen a movie in the theaters since Star Wars.
Oh,
Really? Last December?
All year.
Yeah, isn't that a fucking shocker?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm appalled.
and I'm barely hanging on with TV. Like TV just sucks. I know this is the golden age of television and all, but I'm not buying it. We talked about this last time.
Yeah, we did. What's the one show? What is one thing that you're watching on TV? Anything or just?
I thought Stranger Things was a total dog. Just a terrible piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, I was really bummed. I thought the premise was really exciting. First episode, totally in, and then it just went slowly downhill from there. It just felt like a ripoff of every movie that I loved in the 1980s.
So so instead of paying homage to things, it was basically carbon copying it for a modern day audience for you.
Yeah, it didn't feel fresh, original, and I certainly wasn't scared. I know people who were, so if you were one of those people, good for you, but I didn't.
My wife and I started at 9:00 in the evening, and we watched the entire thing. It was about 5:00, and by the end of it, I was fucking terrified.
Oh, really?
you were actually scared?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'd been up a long time, and I was.
The whole thing in once.
I was scared, and I watched it, which I don't think is what you should do, but that's kind of the age we live in. It's just being able to binge watch it all.
I can binge 2 or 3 in a row if it's a good show, but I can't do
I gorged, Bill. I gorged. I felt ill afterwards. I did. Like, my face felt hot. I did not feel good.
We're watching Night of.
I just finished that. It was good.
It was pretty good, except again really derivative. Like I'd seen it all before. And especially the stuff in the prison.
I felt the same way.
I was like, what?
I really thought they were going to focus more on piecing together exactly what happened that night, which really intrigued me.
Yeah.
And instead, it was more of him just getting jacked up and learning how to deal with prison, which is fine. But I mean, I've seen that prison stuff has been in the zeitgeist in different shows.
Did you finish? Have you finished the?
No.
Okay.
No, Night of, you mean?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, I've got 2 more episodes to go. And I thought the same thing too because the setup was so fantastic. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. But I know about it.
The setup is so fantastic, and the crime is like, what happened? Who did this? Where's?
Well, the first 2 episodes almost looked like we were watching a documentary, even. And then it just turned into a bit of a soap opera.
Typical procedural.
Yeah.
When the most interesting thing about a TV series, or the most original thing about a TV series, is John Turturro's feet. Yeah, that's you're in big trouble.
Someone made a Twitter account for his feet.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The best actor, I think, is the detective.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Really good.
There is some really good acting in the show, and John Turturro is.
Oh, he's good too.
He's
yeah.
lovely.
I think the detective steals the show.
He does. He does. Does anybody? Because Gandolfini was associated with that show, right?
He's producer, I believe. Yeah. I think it was shot in 2014.
But I thought also Gandolfini was supposed to play one of those roles.
I think that's what I heard too. I was reading once the finale aired, and I wanted to find out more. I was reading some articles and some interviews because that main actor's in the new Star Wars movie.
I saw him. I saw him in the trailer.
He's in Rogue One, which comes out in December.
The kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was saying, I think
He's in Rogue One?
Yeah.
As well as okay, sorry. You said Star Trek, but the Star Wars. So okay.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah. He was. I think he mentioned that they'd had to push it back because of that. I think Gandolfini was supposed to play the detective.
Really?
I think.
I don't know if that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. I can't remember for sure. I just read a couple different articles at the end.
I don't know his name, but the guy in the prison with the scar across his.
Yeah, Kenneth Michael Williams.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good too.
I feel for the guy because he's played that part already. Like
that's what I was going to say. He's really cliche.
Yeah.
He's
but
a
has
really
he played
good
it on
actor,
HBO?
Yeah, exactly. That's There you go.
We know you played that part, but it hasn't been HBO.
Well, yes, it has though.
Because The Wire was
Boardwalk Empire.
He was in Boardwalk Empire too. That's right.
Yeah.
He was that.
He had a major...
and The Wire. It's always that same fucking guy.
Yeah, he was in every season of Boardwalk Empire, all 6 seasons. He got. Yeah, well, I won't tell you.
I'm looking forward to Westworld. That airs this weekend.
I'm hopeful.
You're hopeful.
Yeah. So guilty pleasure confession is Star Wars. Survivor last week. This is week number 2. Can't wait.
Did they get moved from the island because of the hurricane or something? Yeah, my wife was watching as I was getting ready for work.
She's into it too.
Oh, loves it.
Yeah, I'm a total sucker for it.
If you're gonna watch see a movie though, Hell or High Water. It's really good.
That's
Chris Pine.
Ben Foster.
Ben Foster and Chris Pine, yeah.
Right. And
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, Jeff Bridges,
yeah.
right.
I don't usually take Chris Pine very seriously because, he does but he was
I don't hate him.
He was really good in this.
Yeah.
There's actually one at VIF right now that's only playing for 3 days. And I was going to try and see it October 12th, I think. It's with Casey Affleck. I can't remember the name of it right now. But it premiered at a bunch of different festivals in the States, and they're saying it's like he's just phenomenal in it.
I like him. I've never not. He's so quirky and.
Yeah.
I think the premise is his sister passes away, and his nephew comes to stay with him, and he actually tries to get his nephew. His nephew's a teenager, I think. Tries to find someone else to take care of his nephew. So it's very much like their relationship and their struggle. But it did incredibly well, and it looks really good. I can't remember the name of it though. I think it's by Lionsgate. Casey Affleck. Yeah. But it's playing only for 3 days. I think one's October 12th, Wednesday. I remember it's a Wednesday because Wednesday's the only night I have off. I think it's at like 9 o'clock, so I can probably make that one. But I was looking at a lot of movies there, and I don't. Another one I heard was a good one was I can't remember. It's this kid that manifests a monster because his mom dies of cancer. It's coming out at Christmas time. But as far as movies go, I think Girl on the Train's the next one I want to see. Have you seen the preview for that one?
The trailer looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like Gone Girl Part 2.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought too. I was like, October release, it looks exactly like Gone Girl.
Yeah. And speaking of Gone Girl, this guy, he is like Teflon, and because he's a schmuck, and everybody knows he's a schmuck, but his career just keeps on going and going and going and going and going. Affleck,
Affleck, yeah.
Yeah, he's not a great actor. He's obviously a competent, if not really good, director. He's a somewhere between all right and good writer, but it's just the resolve of the man to stay in the game and to keep on going. Like to have the gall to play Batman, first of all, is just crazy. But to do that inside of a creatively vital career, just great. Like
him and Warner Brothers are in bed quite closely together.
Are you trying to say it's reckless?
I'm not reckless. I just think he makes really bold choices.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
Yeah. It's because nobody wanted him to be Batman, like nobody in the world.
No.
And I don't think anybody was banging down the door like saying, "Oh, please give us Ben Affleck's Batman."
They said the same thing about Christian Bale. The internet feedback about Christian Bale for Batman was...
Was it really?
Yeah, it was. And same with Heath Ledger for Joker. Everyone was just up in arms about it. But yeah, he wasn't... I saw the movie. It was shit. It was dog shit. It was brutal.
The Superman Batman movie is unwatchable.
Oh, my God.
Horrible.
Really?
Yeah, from three guys that enjoy those kind of movies, it was terrible.
Well, here's the deal then, because this is my point of contention with that whole fiasco, is has Zack Snyder ever made a movie worth watching?
I don't like Zack Snyder as a director. I didn't like 300. I didn't like Watchmen. I didn't even see the one with the what's the one with the girls, the fighting girls?
Sucker
God, that was
Punch.
bad.
Sucker Punch. Never saw Sucker Punch. I just don't enjoy his style.
And he did Superman too, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Man
he
of
did.
Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
He's not a good storyteller. It doesn't flow.
No.
It-
So why, after 6 films that are total dogs, does this fucker still have a career? Like,
And he's still directing.
I want a job, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll work for you in a second, but
He's still directing Justice League, although they changed a bunch of the producers around. They pulled some guys off of that. And then Affleck is now writing, directing, and starring in the Batman film. But they had to make room for his next film, which he wrote, directed, and he's starring in some Boston gangster film.
I saw the preview for it. It comes out in January.
It's interesting to me that in the preview it says from the director of... What was the last thing he directed?
Argo.
Yeah, from the director of Argo is this film. And they don't say actually, directed by, produced by Ben Affleck.
I don't think they can.
In the trailer they
He's
say...
the star of it.
Well, but it's just weird to me. It's like if they thought he was if everyone thought he was a good, competent director, why wouldn't they just say Ben Affleck directed this? Instead, they choose to say that from the director of Argo.
because I think there's a stink to Ben Affleck's
Yeah.
name. It's funny, isn't it?
I thought it was so
this
bizarre.
is why he keeps on moving along, even though I don't know anybody who's a big Ben Affleck fan. Like I've liked a couple of his movies, or one of his movies, I guess. What Mystic River was his, right? No, that was Clint Eastwood. That was Clint Eastwood.
Gone, Baby, Gone.
Oh, Gone Baby Gone.
Or The Town. The Town wasn't bad.
Oh, no, there was. Yeah, it was The Town or Gone Baby Gone. One of the two of them was great, and the other one I was like,
Casey Affleck.
I think it was
in
probably
Gone,
Gone Baby Gone. He was in The Town, so you're probably like, for that one.
yeah.
But it was a really good movie. But he wasn't even the best. The co-star was better than him in it.
Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I liked. Yeah, yeah. And I don't even like him very much, but
He was good in it though. As a
he's
Boston
good.
Gangster.
He's a good actor. I just don't, he's just not my
your
idea.
taste.
He's not a movie star to me. I'm like, what are you doing?
I thought Casey Affleck did a good job in Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
Casey Affleck, even when he's bad, and he is bad sometimes, he's bad like who am I thinking about? Anyway, he always makes good, bold choices. Like he's always there. He's doing something. And Ben Foster's bad sometimes. Like
He was really good in the Hell or High Water.
Yeah, I love him. When Ben Foster's really good, he's just there's nobody better. He's so good.
He's such a weirdo.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
That usually means that you're good. You're either good or you're bad, but you're never like meh.
Casey Affleck was really good in Into the Furnace. I don't know if anyone saw that.
I never saw that.
Is that with Christian Bale?
Yeah,
I
and
haven't
Woody
seen it.
Harrelson.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's
That
a good
one was
one.
in and out of theaters pretty quick.
Okay, it was good. Fuck you.
I'm not saying it wasn't. Usually some of the best films are, or they never make it to main distribution. It's a straight to VOD. You'll find some gems.
I'm still waiting for. I'm sure we talked about this film last time. What's that film with Scarlett Johansson where she plays the alien?
I saw
Under the Skin.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that
Yeah, we
last
did.
time?
I don't remember,
It wasn't
to tell you the
released. It was limited release. Or
I have
has
no
it come
idea.
out yet?
You've never seen it?
No.
Did you see it?
Me neither.
Shut up! It's just
Under the Skin?
as straight men, you're obligated to see it.
I saw it.
Copy
I
that.
saw
All
the.
right.
I saw the trailer for it. It looks bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Yeah.
It's an intelligent, thought-provoking, fucked up movie that it celebrates cinema because not only is it an interesting story, but it's great movie making. Like it's like what's that?
Under the Skin.
Yeah, Under the Skin.
Okay.
The
It was on Show Me, so I had limited time to see it. No, I'm just kidding.
Was it really?
No, I have no idea. I'm just,
it might be. Yeah.
oh, shit.
Who's that guy? The Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper. That filmmaker. Who's that? Is that?
Oh,
Todd Phillips?
No,
Is it-
David O. Russell.
David O. Russell?
David O.
No.
Bradley Cooper?
Not that. it's the Beyond the Pines.
Oh, Place
yeah,
Beyond the
Place Beyond
Pines.
the
Is that Derek Cianfrance?
No, that
I don't know. I haven't seen
he did Blue Valentine as well.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love those films because they're good, like the good cinema, right? There's interesting filmmaking, but the stories are like, sometimes the acting's Under the Skin is both. It's got everything going for it. It's such a good film. Yeah.
It's out now. I can see it.
I want to check that out. Then.
Okay, perfect. That's Bill's recommendation. So are you going to try and hold out until December so you can bookend your year with Star Wars and Star Wars?
My husband keeps on promising me that we're going to do a dogless date night.
Go to the Hell or High Water at the VIP Fifth Avenue Cinema. You can have a beer
there?
in your seat. Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have beer in your seat now?
Yeah.
Coquitlam and there. They're the only two. They have VIP, so you can purchase a beer from there and then sit in your seat and
It's about time.
Yeah.
Canada takes a little while to
have a brewski and enjoy a film.
Yeah.
I usually only do it with some crazy like popcorn fun movies because I find I usually order a couple and then by the end I'm just not following as faithfully as I should.
Yeah, it's got to be something stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it. We've gone long. We've been
shit.
hour and 23 minutes.
We did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a long one.
It flies by. Bill, thank you so much. Like, every time you come by, it's both ends of the spectrum conversation. We get the fun film stuff.
That was actually provocative.
thought
before we talked
provoking
about
stuff.
dicks, and now that was a good one.
And we talk about dicks, and we talk about thought-provoking, soul-filling love. It's amazing.
It was. Now I'm speechless. So fun, so playful and provocative and fulfilling on a really deep level to be with you boys. And
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
dude.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll talk to you next week. Okay. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.